Right, now, is this the right way around, or is this, like, rotated 90 degrees? Let's see. That changes the camera. That changes us back to the front. Yeah, now, is this is this rotated, or what is this? Are they joined? I'm going to have to rotate it like this, guys, because I can't, yeah. I thought this would be a square video, actually. That's landscape, yeah. I was hoping I could get widescreen on Instagram. I guess that's too much to ask in this day and age. Okay, there we go. So how's everybody doing? I thought I would jump on Insta Live and get hippie and trendy like all the other cool cats on the web. Because, you know, that's what Pogo's all about. We've got lovely Lydia, we've got Skrinklelsk, we've got Richard Alexander. Can you guys see this okay? I've never done this one before. Glenn Tabbert, it's snowing, says I hate tomato. No, it's not. It's as clear as Taylor Swift's skin after a thick application of makeup. We got Hello Goat, says Corey Perry. Nobble, hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I mean, lately I have been kind of reevaluating the direction of my life and what I want to do. I've decided that I'm too stagnant where I am. I've decided that as beautiful as Perth is, there's not much meat on the bone when you dig beneath the skin. That pretty, pretty skin. So I've decided no. I used to travel a lot when I was in my early 20s, and that's when I did a lot of my work. You know, a lot of my music and my videos, because I was moving. You know, life is movement. And that's when I got so much inspiration. So I thought, no, I'm gonna put everything I need onto a laptop, and I'm gonna hit the road, and I'm just gonna take this laptop with me, and I'm gonna have some headphones in there, a sound card, and you know, I'm gonna spend 3 months, 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 in London. I might spend. It's weird looking at myself while I'm talking. Is there any way I can disable that? Can I? No, I can't. How do I full screen the comments? That'd be nice. I sort of can, actually. That'll do. Sort of. But yeah, the idea is to, I suppose, travel and work, because it is, you know, I don't need to live anywhere to do my my music, and I certainly don't need to live anywhere in specific to do commissions. So I thought I'm going to put everything on a laptop, take some headphones, take an audio card with me, my camera, and see what happens. You know, just my life at the moment is very stagnant, and I really need to change that. You got to go live when you mix some of your beautiful tunes, says Joey. Thanks very much. Yeah. I don't know if you can do a screen capture thing with Instagram, though. I don't know how you can stream like your PC or your Mac to Instagram. I don't even know if that's possible. Thanks, Michelle. Always welcome in London, says Thomas. Yeah. What's London like, anyway? I've always seen it as kind of metropolitan, and someone told me the other day that it's very fast-paced, which I suppose is good on one hand. I'm just looking for a change of culture, I suppose, change of scenery. I've got a lot of friends in the UK, a lot of friends. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's where I need to be. I don't have a lot of friends in Perth. Perth's very isolated, and within itself. You know, and my brother just got back from Japan. He just got back from Italy as well, and he says, Jesus, you know, Nick, you're not living. I think he's right. Yeah, so I haven't done one of these things before. It's working okay, I suppose. I'm kind of disappointed it's in portrait mode. I was kind of hoping for like because I've actually gone and attached this little phone to a gimbal so that I could stabilize it, but it wants to be like that. I can't have a gimbal like in portrait mode, so oh well. Those birds are like, yeah, Nick, you're on the right track, get the hell out of there. If there is a way, I would love to sit and vibe out. I can't wait till you play a show in New York. I'll be the first to buy a ticket. Yeah, I've got to get back to New York. I've had so many dreams of being in New York City, you know? Bloody hell, man. Then was I kicked out of there? I was banned from America for 10 years. And I got sent to prison. They were saying I was going to be in there for 6 months. And that wasn't very pleasant news, I'll tell you something. But then it turned out to be 3 weeks, 2 different detention centres. The first one was a bit rough. The second one was just a whole bunch of Mexicans, and they're as friendly as anything. So that was okay. But yeah, 3 weeks in jail. And that changes you, I tell you what. That changes you big time, guys. You know, there's nothing and nobody in your life. You have to learn to love your own company. You have to learn to be with yourself, nothing else and no one else. And boy, it strips you back to your core. Have you ever been to Scotland? No, I've never been to Scotland. Never. Almost drove up to Scotland from Norwich once, actually. Norwich was nice, but it has become a kind of a tourist trap. Joshua J. Kershaw gives us a wave. Say hi to Jeesh in the comments, guys. Mr. Josh. What were you in jail for? Oh, I just ran over a bunch of kids on the road, you know. I thought, hey, I said to Mike, you know, can I take over driving the bus for a bit? And within 5 minutes, I ran over a bunch of kids. Yeah, that was a shock. What are you doing? Where are you right now, Andy? I'm in my backyard, actually. I'm in South Perth, West Australia. It's a very beautiful part of the world, but it's also quite... not a lot going on a spiritual, cultural front, I'm afraid. Very isolated, very cliquey. A lot of people use the word cliquey to describe Perth, all the tourists and immigrants. And I'm an immigrant, you know. I was born in South Africa, I was raised in New Zealand. I have not found anywhere I feel like I belong, except for maybe New York City. It's the first time I ever wrote when I was in New York. You know, you walk down one street in New York and there's a bunch of black guys having a rap contest, just as an everyday thing. You walk down the other street, there's a couple of guys having a drumming contest. They got their drum kits out. You know, and you go down into the subway station, there's people playing accordions and cellos and all sorts of different instruments. You come back out of the subway, you walk into Starbucks, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning and it's freezing outside, so everyone's sleeping in Starbucks with their jackets on and their coats. And that was amazing. And I just thought, you know, I feel so much energy here. There's so much humanism here. There's so much spirit. It's a bit weird because you ask anyone in New York, would you like to have a conversation? And they'll pretty much tell you to go fuck yourself. But there is an undercurrent there of, there's a love for life there somewhere, pal. It reminds me of Cape Town in a bizarre kind of a way. So on the flight back from New York to Perth years ago, before I got banned, I wrote a whole bunch of pages on the plane of like how I felt in the city. And I don't write. I never write. Maybe I've blogged a bit, but I've never ever put pen to paper. Not since I had to when I was forced to learn math at school, which I was terrible at. Anyway, I'm waffling. Come to New Mexico, the land of enchantment when your ban is over. Yeah, that's South America, is it? Not sure. I missed New York, said somebody. Love the new album, says Liz. Thank you very much, Liz. I hear Josh is going to put out a new album soon. Maybe not soon, maybe give him some time, but I think he's very close to finishing things up. And that's going to be one of Josh's first Spotify releases too, Jeesh. You don't find anything from Jeesh on Spotify yet, but this will be his first release, so I'm really looking forward to that. Do you know Bjork? I know of Bjork. I wish I knew her. Or is it a he? I don't keep up with the music industry. I really don't. Ascend is your best work, says Sam. Thanks. I wish I could say it was new. There's not a single new track on there. Come to Swindon, says Naomi Smith. Yeah, I've got a friend in Swindon, actually, who I haven't met in face-to-face before. And it's not too far from London, I don't think. I wouldn't dare live in London itself. Bloody hell, you've got to have all the money in the world. Crikey, Moses. Do you know Anjana Deep? You see, Anjana sounds like a monster from Monster Hunter. No. How's your Spirited Away remix coming off? Jeez, I forgot I even did that. That's a long time ago. Italy, says Margarita. Yeah, apparently Italy is amazing if you're a photographer or a videographer. My brother fell in love with it. He said he spent a few months there and he still only saw a small pocket of it. That's what I need, you know. I've got to get off my arse. I'd get back to New York. I'd get back to America if I could. Come to Liverpool, says Joe. I can't read the text against the video, I'm sorry. Do you know Melody Sheep? When you say Melody Sheep, I think of Auto-Tune. Auto-Tune. That kind of killed Plunderphonics for me. Back in the old days, when you heard a character from a movie singing, it was amazing because it meant the producer had found notes in that voice and pieced them together, and that was incredible. You know, the Ackerfin days, the early 2000s, that was stunning. That was before everyone heard that Cher track, Do You Believe in Love or something. Everyone heard that and thought, that's a bit gimmicky. Now it's on every track you hear on the radio. Excuse me. Do you like PlayStation? Love it. Oh, yeah, give me PlayStation over Xbox any day. Let's get a console war going. I'm at Subway munching me sandwich. Good. Actually, I might get a Subway in a couple of hours when the shops open up. It's 8:15 in the morning here in WA. Julie, Muley Julie, Unruly Julie, how's it going, baby? Any Disney mixes coming out soon? No. I actually started sampling Beauty and the Beast last week because I have a track in the works called Cloudly, which I previewed on a driving diary not too long ago. And I thought to myself, you know, this track could really use some nice vocals, and I thought maybe Belle from Beauty and the Beast would be a good idea. Ever play Banjo-Kazooie? Yeah, that's the first Nintendo 64 game I ever played. Thumbs up from Julie. Samuel, thank you very much, buddy. What do you think of Gabba? I don't mind it, actually. There's some kinds of hard dance. I was talking about this with Jeesh the other day. He was joking about making hard, like, electronic dance music. And, of course, Jeesh is known for, like, very complicated but mellow, super remixy kind of stuff. But, yeah, I grew up on DJ Sonics in my teens. You know, and, oh, God, I loved it. Oh, I went crazy. Oh, jeez. Are you going to watch the Oscars? No, I don't give a shit what comes out of Hollywood. You play Super Smash Brothers? Yeah, I did in my teens. Hello from India. Welcome to India. Thank you very much, buddy. Do you want to visit France? I've been to Paris twice. I can't say I thought much of it, really. Not a friendly vibe in Paris. Nah. There's no way I could be happy in a place like that. I haven't been to Shanghai. No, I'd love to go to Shanghai. Actually, my friend Dusty, who you guys might better know as Dynamo, has suggested that, we both thought about going to Japan for a month or so and just doing like a world remix thing there. Take a couple of really awesome cameras, microphones, and just go crazy. Apparently Japan is something else entirely. And it's north from where I live too, so I mean, I got to get my ass over there, man. What do you think of Vaporwave? I think it all kind of sounds the same. Are you against pineapple on pizza? I'm not against it, I'm just not a big fan of it. I know that like pineapple on a pizza in Italy is virtually illegal. What happened to that video of you walking in the rain? Oh, that's just what I made to get Purge onto Instagram. That's ages ago. Actually, no, it's not ages, it's like a year ago. Purge is on the new album now. I put it towards the end because I'm not sure it's any good anymore. When are you coming to the US? Well, I'm glad you asked, actually, because I'm speaking with a lawyer this week on Wednesday. The idea is to talk. I've had to pay about $200 for a consultation with this guy, and he's supposed to be a very good immigration lawyer with the US. And hope to get his opinion on matters and see if there's nothing we can do. And if not, then I'm going to travel. Like I was saying earlier, 3 months in London, 3 months in Japan, 3 months in Melbourne, maybe, just see how we go. But if someone said to me tomorrow, Nick, I've got you back into the States, I'd be packing my bags that night. I'd be selling my place here. Oh my God. New York City, I've got to make it happen again. Let us know if we need to sign a petition. No. A lawyer said to me once, a few years ago, you should not use public opinion to try to persuade the Department of Homeland Security. Unicorns is so marshmallowy. Thank you very much, honey. Have you guys got wind in the mic, or is it okay? Come to Texas when you can. Crowder lives there too now. Oh, cool. A lot of friendly people in Texas. Got a lot of friends in Texas. Very, very friendly people there. Boyfriend or girlfriend? I kind of, sort of, maybe kind of have a girlfriend, maybe. I don't know. It's not a priority to me at the moment. I've got more important things to worry about right now. But there may or may not be someone in Washington State. We'll see. Bit windy, but not bad. A little bit windy. Well, that's okay. Webster Hall. That's got to be your first venue you perform back in New York. Webster Hall. What's that about? Italians are more friendly. Okay. Do they speak English there, though? That's my problem. How the hell do you get around a foreign country as a Westerner on your own? That's a bit frightening. My brother said he was walking around these mountains in Japan not long ago, and he was walking through these, and it was snowing and it was icy, and he said he genuinely felt like he was playing Skyrim. And that was really interesting to me because I played a lot of World of Warcraft years ago, and then I went to Bhutan for 3 weeks. Remember, you guys remember the World Remix project? And I spent 3 weeks in Bhutan, and we were hiking up this mountainside to get to this monastery. And I had to just stop for a second and pull my camera out and videotape myself because it was just, what I was feeling was otherworldly. And it felt like I was playing World of Warcraft for real. Like I was charging these batteries that I forgot I even had. And that's what travel does for you. You know, you start traveling, you know, you get a bit sick on the airplanes, the airports suck, you have to spend a couple of days recovering in the hotel, you know, it's like, what am I doing? I'm not even making anything, I'm not doing anything with my life. But then, you get used to it. You really do get used to it. Yeah, oh boy, I'm waffling. Waffle. Dan loves your music. Who's Dan? Thanks, Dan. Do you play League of Legends? Nope. Should I play League of Legends, or is it shit? What's your favourite piece you've most enjoyed creating? Most enjoyed creating would have to be the Robert Tilton thing. The Who Baba Kanda thing. But it's not my favourite. It's far from my favourite track. I don't know. My favourite track is usually the one I'm working on at the moment. You have fans in Houston, Texas? Cool. Pogo, please can you say... I don't really do shout-outs, but ciao, Simona. Ciao, Simona. Favourite game right now, Monster Hunter World on PS4. Me, my friend, and Dusty in America are playing that online. Awesome game. Really, really good. Put down Overwatch, put down Battlefront 2, put down Call of Duty World War 2. They're all the same fucking game anyway. They want you to pay to win. I swear, the moment they put pay-to-win loot crates in Monster Hunter World, I'm out. I'm done. I'm putting that game away. I might even ask for a refund. Shocking where the gaming industry is going nowadays, guys. You into conspiracy theories anymore? Such a vague question. Depends which theory you're talking about, I suppose. It is interesting how sometimes I'll text something to somebody about, like, I don't know, vitamin B or something. The benefits of vitamin B, let's say. Or I'll send it to someone of a messenger. And then I'll get an email about vitamin B tablets. Or sometimes I'll even be talking to somebody about something on the phone, and I'll get an email about what I was talking about. And it's like, what the fuck is going on here? I tell you what, man, Google sells your location data. Oh yeah. Google sells, and I wouldn't be surprised if Siri on your iPhone is always listening to what you're saying. And okay, there's certain privacy acts in place, but I'm sure it sends keywords to Apple, which in turn gets sold on to advertisers and marketing companies. Oh, baby, it's a different world. How old are you? I'm 29. I'm 30 in July. Skrinklesisk. No, I'm not saying that. Big fan of yours, man. Super talented, says Slaven. Thank you very much, buddy. Loot boxes are dumb if you already paid a full-priced game. Yeah, exactly. If I buy a cake at a cake shop, I expect to get the whole fucking cake. Sorry, language. I expect to get the whole cake. You know, you don't pay a full price for a cake and then he says, come back tomorrow, pay the same amount of money and I'll give you the other half of the cake. No. Go to hell. Is Fruity Loops Studio the first program you used to make music? Yes, it is. FL Studio is the first thing I used. I found a trial version after I was making music on Music 2000, which is a really cool PlayStation game, and that was good fun. Splurgen Shitter is my favourite. Thank you very much. Sorry, I missed that question. Can I scroll up through this thing? Oh yeah. Actually, I'm working on going back to Mandurah soon to find all the filming locations I used to make this Blurg and Chitter video. What was it now, 15 years ago or something crazy? I've still got the same jacket, I've got the same helmet. That was great fun. The only reason I made Splurg and Shitter is because I rented this really awesome camera and I just needed something to shoot. So I just thought, well, I've got this Vader helmet, I've got this jacket, I've made this track, how about I just dance to it? And I made myself look like an idiot. I tried to find the most secluded spots I could. You know, you might notice it's like all these shorelines and things where there weren't any people. Do you like memes? No. I might have liked memes in my early 20s, if that was, you know, a big thing back then. Do you like disco? Yeah, disco's good. Earth, Wind and Fire. What's that September thing? Favourite food has to be spaghetti carbonara. Ooh. What exactly is One Day With You? Jeez, I can only see 3 comments at a time on this thing. What's it a remix of? It's not a remix of anything. That's like asking what's Praise You from Fatboy Slim a remix of, or Gangster Tripping, or Right About Now. It's not a remix, it's just, you know, samples from all sorts of places. Hey, we got Bitsmith in the comments. Glenn, how's it going, buddy? But yeah, I was saying a bit earlier how I'm actually going to change the direction of my life, hopefully. I'm creating a mobile setup at the moment. Laptop, headphones, sound card, going to put all my software on there, chuck it in a bag and just hit the road. Sell a bunch of crap I don't need, go spend a few months here, a few months there, and just get a new experience, you know. Sick and tired of sitting on my hands all the time. I don't get inspired like that anymore. Yeah, it's getting a bit. It's definitely changing. It's definitely getting a bit different. What's that say? Someone sent a request to be in your live video. Oh God, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, that's opening up the old gamble gates, isn't it? Do you skateboard? No, I used to longboard. That was good fun. Which was your favourite song that you made? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I can't think, really. Boy and Bear is up there. I'm still very proud of how that came out. What's my MBTI? What's that mean? Motherboard Testosterone Index. Josh J says travel and simplifying will do you good. Yeah, I think so. Tell you what, you know, I was at a friend's place last night and they wanted to get high and they wanted to get stoned and they wanted to get wasted, which is what they always want to do when we hang out. And of course what happens then is you end up sitting on your ass for hours at a time staring at YouTube. And, you know, they just want to watch like these Laugh You Lose compilations all the time. And I'm sitting there thinking, really? This is what you want to do? And then they want to go outside, they want to smoke some more. And then they want to watch this thing called E-Fucked, which is like EFUKT. And it's a website full of, I'm going to get a bit dark here. I'll try not to stay a bit too long. I'll try not to be too long on this subject. But it's a website all about porn bloopers. And that sounds funny. A website of porn blooper videos sounds funny. It's the most depressing content I've ever seen in my life. And that sounds a bit comical in a way, but if you check it out, there's nothing funny about it. It's actually pretty depressing. It's pretty grim. And these guys, you know, they were like, I want to see more. And I'm looking at them thinking, what? This is funny to you? And I'm just thinking, Jesus, you know, am I surrounding myself with people like this? I don't know, man. You ever get those moments in life where you're sitting somewhere with somebody and you're looking at your own surroundings and they're talking about things and doing things and you just think, yeah, that's not for me. That's been my life for way too long. In a way, it's necessary, you know, it's like the universe kind of pointing out, this is what you need to change. And this is why you need to change it. Yeah, it's different. Anyway, that was a kind of a weird tangent. Pretty bleak. Do you believe in astrology? No, I don't believe in astrology at all. I don't think balls of gas in space dictate who you are as a person. Period. You've outgrown your friend group. Yeah, well, I was going to say, it sounds a bit, pretentious to say something like that, but, Jesus, I don't know. Nick, do you want to get high? Do you want to have a smoke? Do you want to get drunk? Do you want to get wasted? No, not really. What's your favourite memory as Pogo? Well, I think my show in Tallahassee, Florida was pretty spectacular. Just like the energy I got from people. That always pops out in my mind. What else have we got? The New York, the San Francisco Slims, the Slims place. I think it was San Francisco, or was it Seattle? I don't know. That was an amazing show. Amazing. Just the people just would not stop climbing onto the stage. Nobody parties like you guys in that country, man. I tell you what. Holy hell. That was really something else. That was when I was like, damn, I've actually got to keep doing this, and I've got to make this better. And when I was sitting in jail, I made this whole sheet of writing of like bullet points of ideas for the show when I get out of here. Whoops. No, I don't want to report her. Why is everyone obsessed with how to train your dragon all of a sudden? I don't know, are they? I can't say I'm in that thing. If I have to go early, just know I was here, says Willie Beast. Yeah, Willie Beast is on the radio pogo shows quite often. Haven't done one of those in a while. Have you watched all the cartoons you mixed? Well, yeah, I have to. Still banned from the US? Yes, I'm speaking with a lawyer. Whoops, I'm speaking with a lawyer on Wednesday, hopefully, just to see if there's any options there, I'm not going to spend my 30s here, guys. Oh my God, I'd rather you shoot me dead. What do you think of Professor Jordan Peterson? Love him. Love him. The only thing that Jordan Peterson doesn't know how to do is stimulate human tribalism. And that's good in a sense, but it also works against him. Someone like Milo Yiannopoulos, for example, he's very controversial. I don't agree with everything he says, not nearly as much as what Jordan Peterson has to say. But if there's one thing that people like Milo Yiannopoulos, Ricky Gervais, Donald Trump, Steven Crowder know how to do, it's how to market themselves, It's how to stir the pot, how to kick the pot. Jordan Peterson doesn't do that. He probably never will do that. And I respect him for that in a way. At the same time, I think it's a shame he's not reaching nearly the audience that he could be. It's almost like someone needs to come on board and say, look, man, love you, love your ideas. You're one of the most intelligent people I've ever heard speak, and I agree with almost everything you say. But goddamn, you've got to make more of a presence out of yourself. Like, I can honestly say, when I wrote that blog post bashing women, shall we say, my Twitter following doubled. When I got into all that feminism stuff, my Twitter following and my Facebook activity doubled. And I think that's kind of it. Like, it's all good and well to be an intellect, to be calm and collected. You also have to be a human being, you see, and I think that's the secret. That's the secret. Anyway, what is your favorite movie, though? Favorite movie? I watched Drive recently with Ryan Gosling. I thought that was good. That was just fantastic. Oh God, Drive is just something else. I mean, the story is pretty shallow, but just the acting, the performances. It's got Bryan Cranston in there. It's got Ryan Gosling. It's got that really, really pretty girl from what's it called? Boy. If I was a girl, what would my favorite part of it be? Oh boy, I can answer that in one of two ways. Okay, so to be a dick, I'd say my favorite part of being a girl would be having almost no accountability. But in all honesty, my favorite part would be, I think, just being more in touch with my spirit, more in touch with my emotions. Women tend to be more in touch with that shit. I think as men, we don't know how the hell to deal with that crap. But every girlfriend I've ever had, She can kind of see through my soul. And you need that's why, you know, that's why kids need to be raised with both a mother and a father figure. And that's why it's good to be in a relationship. Because you learn things from the opposite sex that you will never learn from yours. I firmly believe that. Have you seen the Ragnarok? If what did you think of it? No, haven't seen it. Haven't seen it at all. Do you still have the Triumph? No, I got rid of the Triumph motorbike. Yeah, kind of a bummer. Do you think you'll ever sample horror films? Yeah. I thought about making a remix of Schindler's List the other day. Not at all in a, you know, comical way, but in a serious way. Like, how would you remix something like Schindler's List without it being interpreted as, you know, there's not much in that film to have fun with, shall we say. I thought about that once, though, you know, when I got back from the States that one time. I thought, geez, what if I took my camera and my mic into an actual war zone and we did a world remix of a war? You know, could you do that without getting too political as well? Because I don't think you should mix music with politics. They do that on the radio station here called RTR-FM quite a lot. There's a lot of liberal, far-left music on the radio here. And I just think, you know, I respect the passion, but what are you doing? Music is a universal language. Don't go mixing it with that shit. Oh my God. You should remix Star versus the Force of Evil. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of a lot of things these days. You're still going to take that trip? I say go for it. Yep. I got to start selling some stuff soon. Laptop's almost loaded up with everything I need. Thanks for coming, Kathleen. Appreciate it. How are you so good at acting? I wouldn't say I'm good at acting at all. Every time I've acted to myself in the mirror, I've just thought, nah, you can pack that in, mate. What do you think of Trump? Oh, do we have to go down that road? Really? Awesome sauce, says Lemishi. If you don't have a message behind it, you would be crucified for it. If you don't have a message behind it, behind what? A war thing? A Schindler's List thing? I don't think that's true. I think I'd have more chance of getting screwed over if I did have a message behind it. You know, because when I did the Trump mix, I tried to be impartial. I tried to have fun with him, but not poke fun at him. You know what I'm saying? And I think I achieved that. My best friend doesn't like my music at all, but he said to me when he heard Trumpula, it's the most humane he's ever sounded. So I thought, well, that's cool. I guess I achieved something there. Can I just say how great it is to ask some questions on a live stream and actually have someone answer them, says Naomi. Oh, cool. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing my best. I'm breaking my balls. Thanks very much, Dom C. Watts. Appreciate it. How to train your dragon. Why? What is this how to train your dragon stuff? I'm one of those people, the more hype I hear about something, the less I want to see it. Now's the time for new, believable people, and we must do it. And he does that little breathing thing through his nose. Oh boy, what do you think about gun laws in the US? I'd have a gun if I could. On the same side of the coin, though, I don't know if I'd want bogans in WA walking around with guns. You know, a bogan is one thing, but a bogan with an AK-47? Ooh, no thank you. A bogan with any kind of pistol. At least with a knife, you can kind of sort of see it coming. You know, you got a little bit more of a fighting chance. That's a complicated topic, dude. I heard Alice for the first time in 2007, and you've been my favorite producer since. Thanks. Thank you. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. How long have I been streaming this shit for? Doesn't say. Does not say at all. Anyway. Sent you requests. All these people want to be in my video. What does that mean? Would you prefer a new Mighty Boosh series, movie? Now that's a good question. Would you prefer a new Mighty Boosh series, movie, or album? So I don't want an album because I think the series kind of leads to an album anyway. A movie, no. I think a series. The problem, like Mighty Boosh, the first season was lovely. I loved it. Second season was also cool. But the third season was too fast. You know, they didn't slow down and take their time to breathe the way the first season did. And, you know, I felt like I was in the zoo, or I was in all of these amazing worlds in the first season. Whereas the third season, it's like, jabba, 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 jabba. We've got to get through this joke. We've got to get through that joke. It's like, oh, boys, whoa, slow down. And I just didn't like it as much. So I think Noel Fielding and Julian Barrett probably looked back and thought, you know, we've tapped this out. But I think if they went back to their roots of Mighty Boosh 1, maybe 2, oh my God, yes, hands down, more Boosh. Another 3 seasons for me, please. Oh my goodness me. I loved it. Oh, I loved it. I miss the Mighty Boosh so much, says Crystal. What's a crystal fantasy? What's that? Do you see a Rick and Morty? Yeah, I get that question at least twice every stream. I just don't like Rick and Morty. I just think it's hysteria posing as comedy. It's just not really for me. You know, it's like, oh my God, you hit me. You hit me. What? You hit me. Where's the joke? It's time for bed, says Red Wagon. Like, I don't want to compare Rick and Morty to Big Bang Theory, but it's not radically different. What was the hardest song to create? I think the iCarly one. Because I hate that show. I hate iCarly and I hate everything like it. But the money was good. And there was a lot of material to work with. But the number of drafts they put me through, boy. Oh my God. What do you think of the Rick and Morty fan base? I don't know anything about the fan base. I just look at the show and think, nah, it's not doing anything for me. Yeah. I'd have nicer things to say about the Rick and Morty fan base than the Big Bang Theory fan base, I think. Just going on projection and guessing. Are you a real Star Trek fan? I loved the Next Gen series. I've watched it 3 times. Some amazing human stories in there, which is the best kind of story in my opinion. Stories about characters having to change, you know, coming to blows with their own moral limitations, you know. So much good story like that in Next Gen. Just amazing series. Which season of the Next Generation do you like the most? I feel like maybe 4 or 5. They had like just this amazing run for a while. I would thoroughly recommend you guys get the Blu-ray of Next Generation. Not paid to say that. But yeah, it is fantastic. Would you ever make one of those contests where fans can animate for a song much like Motor Brick Road? You see, I would like to do that, but at the same time, I just think the problem with having a contest to make a video for a track is that everyone in the world, well, that is everyone who knows about you, gets to hear the track many times before there's a video. So when a video is finally picked for the contest and uploaded, there's no traction because everyone's heard it already. So I'd have to take a different approach, I think. Yeah. I still have all of my New York footage. Do you guys know that? I still have like 2 weeks of footage I shot in New York to make a remix of New York City. And I've never touched it. I made Bhutan before that, and I made that a few years later. Yeah. I need to do that. Before I go out traveling, I need to do that. Or while I'm traveling, maybe. Maybe the inspiration will help, actually. Have you ever seen The Big Bang Theory without a laugh track? Yes, I have. Actually, I've seen one better than that. I've seen The Big Bang Theory with Ricky Gervais being the entire studio audience. So every time there's a terrible joke, or in most cases, a lack of one, in the case of that show, Ricky Gervais falls on the floor laughing. And, you know, you laugh you laugh entirely at Ricky Gervais's laugh because I don't know what the hell you're laughing at in The Big Bang Theory. There's never any jokes. It's like a Taylor Swift song. There's never any melody. but it's marketed. It's got lots of marketing money, so it gets hits. I'll tell you what, guys, that is what the Billboard charts are. It's not the most liked music. It's the most heard. That's what it is. You have to spend... Do you know how much money you have to spend to make sure that your music is heard in McDonald's around the world, in gas stations around the world, in barbershops, in hairdressers? Do you know how much goddamn cash you have to spend to get your music that big? Yeah. It's a lot of money. So when you hear Taylor Swift's, whatever that was, look what you made me do, and it's literally just like a kick drum with a harmonyless voice, I'm going to say, it's because she has been marketed to shit. That's what it is. So don't be too disheartened if your music only gets a few views or a few hits. Marketing is, I would say, more than half the equation, which is not a nice thing to say, but I think it's the truth. You should spend the money to get your music out there. Yeah, see, that's where I become a bit of a hypocrite, because I'm quite content with where my music is at the moment. I feel like I've been pedestalized enough, to be honest with you. If I had my music on the Billboard charts, I don't know. Would I want that? Would I like that? Not really, no. Because everyone would start trying to do what I'm doing. It's already happening. I'm friends with one of Justin Bieber's managers, John Shahidi. And he was saying to me a few weeks ago, there's guys in LA listening to you, and your whole, let's say the whole Plunderphonics thing is the next thing. You know how you had auto-tune? That was a big fad. Now the next thing is going to be Plunderphonics, and you've already started hearing it. That stargazing track from what's his name? This and you just think, I can hear you're trying to do it, but it's just annoying as fuck. And a lot of this pop music you hear now, it's like the sound of your cortisol levels on overdrive. It's appalling. And they play it at the gym. The reason I get so stressed and angry about it is because it's at the gym every time I go. I go to the gym 4 times a week, and it's blasting through the ceiling through Spotify. And you can't choose your own music. You can choose, do you want the top 20, the top 30, or the top 40? That's your choice on the little screen there. So, well, I don't know. Do I want to eat shit or do I want to eat crap? Oh, man. Thank you very much. Shamak, I appreciate that. And the Neat Man, thank you. Have you watched Pulp Fiction? Yes, of course I have, Naomi. I made a remix out of it. It's called Lead Breakfast. I tried watching Kill Bill the other day for the first time. I couldn't get through it. Could not get through it. It's trying to be too artsy, whereas Pulp Fiction is just like, here's everything. It's just raw. I like movies that are raw. One of my favorite movies is A Woman Under the Influence, which is actually from the 70s, I think. And the whole thing is shot like a home video, but it's shot on film, so it looks really nice. And it is such a fascinating story. And it is so well shot and so well acted. It's got the Columbo actor in there. What the hell's his name? Yeah. Claptrap mix soon. Yeah, I remember that thing. That's old now. Jeez, I forgot all about that. Parapu fiction. They would say in Japan. Do you go to gym to get big? Yeah, I try. I go to gym to mass gain. So every day I try to get 2,000 to 3,000 calories in me per day. Not lately because I've been sick and I've lost a few kilos, excuse me. But yep, goal is to get bigger. Goal is to be happier with the way I look. And I have, my face is a lot fuller than it used to be. I used to be pretty fucking gaunt, man. You used to be able to see my skull through my face. Yeah. Peter Falk, that's his name, yeah. A Woman Under the Influence, very, very good movie. That's a good movie. You get movies that are cool, you get movies that are, sexy, and then you get movies that are good, right? And that is a good film. Wow. No, it's got nothing to do with insecurity. It's just being happy with the way I look, you know. It's the same reason fat people try to lose weight. They're not happy with the way they look. Of course, when you're obese, you know, there's health concerns there. I wasn't anorexic, but I was very skinny. I was like 66 kilos, you know, and I looked at myself in that Star Trek video and I thought, nah, I can do better than that. I can do way better than that. And now my legs are twice the size they used to be. My face is much fuller. And I look at myself in the mirror today and I just think, shit, yeah, you know, I'm way happier now. Like, I've worked for a bit over a year now. I've gone up to 84 kilos and I just feel so much better about myself, man. You know, I can genuinely say to you, no one has ever said to me, Jesus, Nick, you're skinny. You got to gain weight. No one's ever said that to me. It's just, I think I was underweight and I thought I was skinny. So I thought, no, I want to change the way I feel about myself. Yeah, absolutely. Hello from California. How come Schwarzenegger didn't get into that presidency? What was it, governor or something? Governorship. I'm doing well. Sensism. Opinion on Spirited Away. I mean, it's good. Yeah, I think it's a bit overrated. I think a lot of the Studio Ghibli stuff is, you know, people are like, calm down. It's okay. It's pretty. It's very pretty. The stories are kind of, yeah. I don't need to watch Spirited Away more than once a year. You know, let's just put it that way. Oh, boy. Oh, you have to be born in the US to be president, right. Even governors of states as well, I suppose, yeah. Spirited Away was a show about prostitution, not easy for Westerners to pick up on. I sort of picked up on that, yeah, the whole bathhouse thing. Gosh, that's pretty deep, isn't it? UK tour. Yeah, actually, I'd love to do a tour with Geesh of the UK, because good old Geeshy boys in Britain. That'd be good fun. Geesh is actually, he might be dropping his new album in the near future on Spotify for the first time. And he's also going to be, well, he says he wants to maybe look at doing a show. Maybe doing a few shows. That'd be really cool. Yeah, and then we want to go to Japan or something, do a world remix project together. That would be a lot of fun. Just take a camera and a microphone into somewhere like Japan and just find all the sights and sounds that we can. That's the idea. Oh boy. All right, folks, I'm going to head off. Big thanks to everyone for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. I hope it's answered some questions for people. I hope it's assured people I'm not dying anytime soon, although it does look that way from time to time. Rest assured, I'm just trying to get my passion back, trying to find my spirit again. Where I am now, it's not happening. So I'm going to load up a mobile workstation. I'm going to get some headphones in there. I'm going to put a whole bunch of stuff into storage, my family storage unit in Perth. And I'm going to hit the road, man. I'm going to do Airbnb for 3 months here, 3 months there. Just experience and explore as much as I can. Probably come back with a lot of world remix material. Probably. Yeah, Italy would be something else. I came back from Bhutan after shooting there for 3 weeks, and I had 2 minutes worth of remix to show for it. Ridiculous. I've actually finished compiling a 15-minute video of all the best shots I took in Bhutan, and I've narrated it as well with like facts of the country and the culture and stuff. And now I'm thinking, because I make work for myself, you know, I always make work for myself. Now I'm thinking it would be good to actually remix some of that footage throughout the video. So instead of a 15-minute video of me talking, it kind of cuts to music every now and then. But of course, that's a hell of a lot more work. 15 minutes of music is not easy to pull out of your ass, you know. That's not a weekend job. But anyway, we'll see how we go. I've got a lot of ideas to get through. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, guys, big thanks for your love and support. I appreciate it very, very much. Awesome to see people on here. I never go on Instagram, ever. It's just, I've got nothing to show for myself nowadays. But it's been really good fun, and I appreciate everyone's love and support. How the hell? Oh, there it is. Okay. So peace out, guys. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. I'm really glad people are enjoying the Ascend album, the Arse End album. I almost called it that, actually. Actually, I almost called it Cunfesto Meager. And then I thought, no, I'm going to call it Fuckface Faggotry. But my friends were like, no. So anyway, peace, guys. Thanks for the love, and hope to see you guys in the near future. Cheers.